soon.
Turn me on?
Well, no, not yet. Oh, yeah.
Can turn it on at least?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, Chuck W3ON, operating at W3OC, net control for the Two Rivers Amateur Radio Club net. This radio net meets every Monday here at 8 p.m. on the 146.73 MHz WA through PB repeater of the Gateway FM Association. Membership in the Two Rivers ARC is not required to check into this net, as all radio amateurs are welcome. If you'd like information about the Two Rivers Amateur Radio Club, you can write to us at P.O. Box 225. Greenville, PA, zip code 15047. That's P.O. Box 225. Greenville, PA, zip code 15047. We're also on the internet World Wide Web at www.trarc.net. www.trarc.net. Radio club meetings are held on the third Tuesday of every month except August and December, starting at 7 p.m. at the Blaine Hill Volunteer Fire Department Social Hall, 409 Oxford Avenue in Elizabeth, PA. Blaine Hill Volunteer Fire Department Social Hall, 409 Oxford Avenue in Elizabeth, PA. We're open this net for checking an emergency or priority traffic at this time. Unheard. Does anyone have listings of silent keys in a recently passed away? Okay. I'm going to be taking some check-ins here in a moment. Please, when checking into this net, keep your call sign slowly and phonetically. It means spell it out. Give me announcements or comments to the net. At this time, are the officers of the Two Rivers ARC wishing to check in? W3OC. W3OC, please recognize Kilo Bravo 3 Sugar Tango, Bob Elizabeth Township. Evening check, evening to the net, no traffic. Check, hope you're feeling better, glad to have you back. W3OC. Please recognize November 3, Juliet, Hotel Bravo, Jim and McKeesport. Good evening to everyone on the net, no traffic. Kilo 3, Delta, Papa, good evening. 3OC. Kilo Bravo 3, Uniform Whiskey Charlie, Steve in Boston, good evening, check, and everyone else on the net. No other comments. Okay, thank you. I got Kilo Bravo 3 Sugar Tango, November 3 Juliet Hotel Bravo, and Kilo Bravo 3 Uniform Whiskey Charlie. Anybody else from the Two Rivers ARC Board of Directors wishing to check in? Okay, not heard. All right, now I'm looking for stations that are operating mobile, portable, or outside of Allegheny County for the... Charlie,
I'm getting my first phone call silent.
Yeah, with your new battery, yeah.
Okay, that time I got Kilo Charlie 3 Sugar Uniform Lima, portable, and someone else who was very, 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 very light. Just started making a repeater. Try again. Alright, okay. Well, if you're talking, you might want to move around to a different spot. Okay. Alright, now we'll open up for general check-ins. Anyone else has checked in, like to do so, call now. W3OC. W3OC, please copy Whiskey 3 Sierra Hotel Foxtrot, Steve at Pitcairn Heights. Good evening, Chuck, and everyone on the net. W3OC. Here's Kilo 3 Hotel India Romeo, K3EYE, Merle and Elizabeth Township. Good evening, Chuck. You're sounding much better. W3OC. This is W3 Sierra Yankee Radio. Good evening, Chuck, and to the net. Bob in White Oak, no comments. Mexico, please copy Kilo 33, Lima, Echo Delta. No traffic, just being in out. W3, please recognize the airport Bravo 3, Julie, drop out here to Bella, Washington Town. No traffic, good evening to all. W3C. This is Kilo Alpha 3, Kilo Sierra Papa, Jim and Carnegie. W3OC. Alpha 3, Alpha Kilo Foxtrot, 21 County, traffic. Okay, thank you. Got a bunch that time too. Thank you. I got Whiskey 3 Sierra Hotel Foxtrot, Kilo 3 Hotel on your radio, Whiskey 3 Secret Yankee Radio, Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Echo Delta, Alpha Bravo 3 Juliet Charlie, Kilo Alpha 3 Kilo Sugar Papa, and Whiskey America 3 Alpha Kilo Foxtrot. Okay, thank you. Anybody else, please? Okay, alrighty, thank you. First of all, I'd like to wish you and your families all a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody's doing all right. Get ready for Christmas holidays. Our house, we're kind of still getting ready a little bit, I guess. But what can I tell you? Merry Christmas. Thank you all for your best wishes. Kind of under the weather last week, and rather than spend the time on here coughing all over the stupid place, Jim and 3JSP was kind enough to take over for me. For that, I'm very, very, very happy for that. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Some recent club activities. Let's see, the radio club has upcoming activities. Tomorrow night we have an exam session, amateur radio exam session, at 6:30 p.m. at the Blaine Hill Volunteer Fire Department Social Hall, 409 Oxford Avenue in Elizabeth, PA. Let's see, I think it's pre-registration is requested. The walk-ins can be accommodated up to the size of the examination room. So that's tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. If you want to contact the coordinator, you can, 412-751-9657. 412-751-9657. You can do email to veteam@trarc.net. veteam@trarc.net, especially if you have any questions. So that's tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Other activities the Radio Club operates, we have the Wednesday night Gap Nest, meets at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.12 and 442.250 linked repeater systems. Thursday night, we have a 10-meter net on a frequency 28.450 megahertz for upper sideband. So you're welcome to join us for that. And on the second Saturday of every month, we have the TRARC Hampton X Breakfast that's held on the second Saturday of every month at Dodge Corners and Diner, 620 Long Run Road in McKeesburg, PA. So that's already over. That's just Saturday. So some of the activities of the Radio Club coming up. Looking at a general calendar of items scheduled that I can find. I just mentioned the exam session. I believe the Skyview Club has an exam session on Saturday in the morning at their clubhouse up there. I think it's at 8:30. That's on the 18th on Saturday. And then the 19th is the Air Royal Rookie Roundup, the CW mode on the HF band. That's looking a little bit further out, January 8th. Is the Waters Association of South Hills 10-meter contest. The modes are FM, CW, single sideband, or AM. Hours are 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the 2-meter band. The exchange is call sign, serial number, and zip code. Okay, somebody wants to call my phone right now. Okay, February. p.m. Sorry, W3OC. Let's see, February 12th. From what I could find, is the British Ground Wave Contest, CW mode. That's in the evening. February 27th, still on the calendar, is WatchFest 2022 at the Home Economic Building over there in South Park. I haven't heard anything new on that other than it's still scheduled, so take a look on their website, n3sh.org. March 5th is a Free Shooters Ground Wave Contest. That would be a voice contest. And further out, May 20th through 22nd, date in Hamvention. Of course, that's still on the books. And planning on having a quite good affair this year. Okay. I don't think I have anything else. Anybody have anything that they'd like to add or need anything that you'd like to hear? W306. Okay, alrighty. Let me switch over. Let's see what Newsline's got tonight. W306.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2302 with the release date of Friday, December 10th, 2021 to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QFT. The Federal Communications Commission gets its first female chief, WhisperNet data yields new clues for a missing airliner, and Switzerland forms the newest AMSAT society. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2302 comes your way right now. From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's independent on-the-air news and bulletin service. And now reporting from Valparaiso, Louisiana, here's Paul Brown, WD9GTO. Our top story is a historic move by U.S. lawmakers who have confirmed that the first woman to lead the Federal Communications Commission. Jim Dameron, N8TNW, brings us the details. The United States Federal Communications Commission gained its first woman at the helm on Thursday, December 7th, as lawmakers overwhelmingly confirmed her nomination. Jessica Rosenworcel begins her 5-year term following a vote of 68 to 31 in the United States Senate. She has been serving as the panel's acting chair since January. The new FCC chief immediately went on Twitter saying it was, quote, the honor of my lifetime to lead the FCC and serve as the first permanent female chair. Thank you to the President and Senate for entrusting me with this responsibility, end quote. The lawmakers confirmed her just weeks before her temporary term was about to expire. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jim Dameron, N8DMW. An important tool used by amateur radio operators may have helped locate a commercial airliner that was tragically lost nearly 8 years ago. Graham Kemp, BK4BB, has that story. A British aeronautical engineer who has employed weak signal propagation reporting, or WSPR, in attempts to find remnants of the doomed Boeing 777 that crashed in March of 2014, is claiming to have located the missing aircraft. Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 disappeared into the South Indian Ocean, west of Perth, Australia, when it should have been en route to Beijing, and, although debris has washed up, wreckage of the plane itself has not yet been found. The engineer, Richard Godfrey, told the BBC recently that his finding, which he believes has at last located the crash site, came through using a combination of Boeing performance data, Inmarsat satellite data, oceanographic floating debris drift data, and WhisperNet data. German engineer Robert Westholm, DJ4FF, was an early proponent of aiding in the search for the plane using WSPR or weak signal propagation reporting, although there remain other whisper experts in the amateur radio community who have shed doubts on the success of this method. Robert Westholm publicly reaffirmed his confidence in it. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Graham Kemp, BK4BB. The 22nd annual Skywarn Recognition Day was a busy one. Randy Sly, W4XJ, brings us up to date. The phrase, how's the weather, took on a different meaning recently during the 22nd annual Skywarn Recognition Day. On Saturday, December 4th, amateur stations exchanged QSO information, including weather reports, with as many of the National Weather Service stations active as possible. more than 970 registered Skywarn amateur stations, and 1,600 total registrants participated. Supporters who weren't hams did their part by posting on various social media platforms. SRD coordinator Michael Lewis of the National Weather Service told Amateur Radio Newsline, quote, "Even with restrictions preventing amateur radio operators from attending all the NWS offices, the amateur radio community came to the rescue, putting 32 offices on the air throughout the event," end quote. Skywarn Recognition Day began in 1999 by the National Weather Service and the ARRL to recognize all Skywarn spotters serving the United States. Spotters provide critical weather information before, during, and after adverse weather strikes, including reports of rain and snow, ice and wind, storms and tornadoes, flooding and fire. For more information on the Skywarn program, visit weather.gov/Skywarn. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Randy Sly, W4XJ. Welcome to the newest amateur radio satellite organization, which joins Germany, the UK, and other nations in serving the ham satellite community around the world. Ed Durant, DD5LP, has the details.
AMSAT HB, the newest amateur radio satellite organization, came into being on November the 26th in Switzerland with the help and guidance of AMSAT DL's president, Peter Gulsov, DB2OS. The group will promote amateur radio service via satellites in Switzerland and around the globe. Credited with suggesting the formation of AMSAT HB, Peter led the founding meeting virtually from Hanover and has been granted honorary membership. The new officers include President Michael Lipp, HB9WDF, and Vice President Wolfgang Sigler, HB9RYZ. The organization has applied to be affiliated to the USKA, the National Radio Society in Switzerland. From Radio Newsline, I'm Ed Durant, DD5LP.
Japan's space program is looking for a few good astronauts, as we hear from Jim Meechan, ZL2 BHF.
The Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency will begin receiving applications later this month for astronaut candidates to be part of the NASA-held lunar exploration program called Artemis. JAXA plans to assign astronauts to long-term work either aboard the International Space Station, the Japanese experiment module attached to it, or to NASA's lunar orbit outpost known as Gateway. The application window opens on December 20th and will close on March 4th of 2022. JAXA does not expect to release the names of successful candidates before February of 2023. Part of the recruitment effort will focus on attracting female candidates, since Japan presently has no female astronauts active in the nation's space program. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF.
A key developer in the popular free WSJTX digital software has become a silent key. With that story is Jeremy Booth, G4NJH.
The passing of Bill Somerville, the G4WJF, was announced in the group's I.O. mailing list for WSJTX on the 4th of December by Bill's longtime friend and colleague, Joe Taylor, K1JT. Joe, Bill and Steve Frank, K9AN, formed the core development group, creating the Weak Signal open source software, beginning their partnership in 2013. Joe wrote in his group's I.O. posting, "Our free open source software could not have achieved its extensive worldwide popularity and influence in ham radio without Bill's essential contributions. In addition to writing code for important portions of the Qt-based user interface for WSJTX, Bill helped bring the overall program structure more nearly up to professional standards." In 2020, the team of three was presented with Hamvention's Technical Achievement Award for their work. According to a biography included in a paper on the Princeton University website, Bill had been an active amateur radio operator since 1981. He had a degree in chemistry from the University of Bristol and enjoyed a long career in computer software and hardware. Joe noted in his remarks that he had only met Bill in person a few times, but that they communicated regularly. He added, "I have only started to think about the many ways in which I will miss Bill." He described Bill's passing as unexpected Newsline. I'm Jeremy Booth, G4NJH. It's time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the KC3EYE repeater in Ocala, Florida, on Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. local time.
W3OZ.
Hams in India gathered recently to celebrate one of radio's pioneers and to share his story. John Williams, VK4JJW, brings us that report. Celebrated for his studies into transmitting and receiving on radio's shortwave frequencies and for his spirit of experimentation, the pioneering Indian scientist Jagadish Chandra Bose was the focus of a webinar held by the West Bengal Radio Club. The one-hour webinar took place November 30th, but is now available for viewing on the club's YouTube channel. The program opens with a presentation by biophysicist Pratam Basu, who told attendees, quote, "He took a road that no one took before, and that is why we should remember him," end quote. The scientist, who died in 1937, was born in what is now Bangladesh. He's credited with developments that eventually led to Guglielmo Marconi's creation of the wireless receiver. For a link to the YouTube channel and the webinar, see the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm John Williams, VK4JJW. The Seattle, Washington area amateur radio club has had its applications for non-commercial educational FM channels tossed out by the FCC, which told the club that there were too many technical defects in the proposal. According to a report in Radio World, the Fort Ward Amateur Radio Club on Bainbridge Island had a number of issues that needed addressing, including what the FCC cited as failure to comply with interference treaty agreements between the U.S. and Canada. The FCC allows unsuccessful applicants to reapply with an amendment fixing the issues, provided they do so within 30 days of the rejection. If you have a skill to share, an insight to explain, or some other contribution you'd like to make to the world's amateur radio community, you may want to offer a presentation at the next QSO Today Virtual Ham Expo, which is taking place on the weekend of March 12th and 13th, 2022. Stephen Kinford, NAWB, has the details.
With the new year just around the corner, planning is already well underway for the next QSO Today Virtual Ham Expo. Hams and other presenters are being asked to consider sharing on various aspects of the hobby in which they have expertise. According to the QSO Today website, the ongoing search is an international one, with hams being asked to present from around the world to thousands to attend the virtual two-day conference. Presentations are generally recorded for playback during the event, followed by a live question and answer period. Accommodations can be made for presentations in languages other than English. The QSO Today website has an online application for prospective speakers. If you wish to apply, follow the link included in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Stephen Kinford, N8WB.
Parks chasers and activators are looking forward to 2 winter events. With that report is Vance Martin, N3VEM.
In Parks on the Air News, as the seasons start to change, we at POTA would like to remind you of 2 upcoming winter events. The first is the annual New Beginnings New Year Certificate. To earn one of these certificates, simply make at least one contact as a POTA activator or hunter in the first week of 2022. We can't think of a better way to ring in the new year than by doing so with Parks on the Air. Also landing in January is our next seasonal Support Your Parks event. The first seasonal event of 2022 is on January 15th and 16th, which gives you a great opportunity to do some wintertime POTA. For those of you in the north, just remember to dress warm, fire up your portable heaters if you're lucky enough to have them, and stay safe. Lastly, be sure to tune in to your favorite ham radio media outlets in early January, as next month's POTA update will include not only the December release, but the year-end summary for 2021 as well. We look forward to having you join us as we celebrate a spectacular year of Parks on the Air. This is November 3, Victor Echo Mike with your month ending November 2021 Parks on the Air update. Be sure to visit parksontheair.com for information about the program and POTA.app for spotting, park information, leaderboards, and more. In the world of DX, Danny EA4ATI can be heard from Dakar in Senegal on 80 through 10 meters as 6W1TG. Send QSL to EA4R. Danny's plan is to upload his log to Logbook of the World and EQSL. In Lesotho,
Chris ZS1CDG plans to be on the air as 7P8GOZ between December 20th and 26th. He will be operating holiday style on 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters using FT8 and a long wire. Send QSLs via his home call or logbook of the world. Mario IZ3KVD is in Zambia using the call sign 9J2MYT. He will be there in Lusaka until June of 2022. Listen for him on single sideband on 40, 20, 17, 15, and 10 meters. Send QSLs via IZ3KVD direct only. Reply QSLs will be printed after he has returned to Italy. We also have an update from the Rebel VX group about their Bouvet Island 3Y0I expedition, which was to begin this month. The team said that with the borders open again in Fiji, they can leave and are monitoring the access situation in South Africa closely in order to plan their departure from Cape Town to Bouvet soon. Finally, we all know it's a little more challenging doing antenna work during the winter months, but what if your antenna work is being done in space, where you have the added risk of dodging debris? Jack Parker, W8ISH, tells us exactly what happens. In fact, what did happen. The communications antenna on the ISS needed swapping out, and who better than astronauts Thomas Marshburn, KE5HOC, and Caleb Barrett, KI5LAL, to tackle the task. The pair were originally supposed to make the switch during a spacewalk scheduled for late November, but reports of space debris caused NASA to bump the action out until Thursday, December 2nd instead. With the NASA television capturing the moment, the hams ventured out to replace a faulty antenna system located on the station's truss structure. According to the NASA website, the replacement antenna was needed to help retain communications redundancy, something that was in question recently after the faulty antenna lost its ability to send signals to mission control through NASA's tracking and data relay satellite system. A video of your own antenna work may not be quite as exciting as this, but if you want to watch Thomas and Kayla tackle the task, you can see it all on YouTube. A link to the video appears in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jack Parker, W8ISH. With thanks to AirlineRatings.com, the ARRL, Associated Press, the BBC, CQ Magazine, CNBC, David Behart, K7DB, Groups.io, The Hill, NASA, Ohio Penn DX, Princeton University, QRZ.com, QSO Today, Radio World, Southgate Amateur Radio News, ShortwaveRadio.de, Space News, the USKA, YouTube, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. You can write to us at newsline@arnewsline.org. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Paul Brown, WD9GCO in Valparaiso, Indiana, saying 53. And as always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2021. All rights reserved.
Good evening, 8:31 p.m.
Control for the Newsline transmission. Okay, don't have any more nonsense or anything like that. At least not that I can think. So with that, we'll take some late check. Anyone else like to check? That's still going on. wish you all a very happy holiday season. And hopefully we'll catch everybody next week during this net. And don't forget our other nets Wednesday night. Was it 8:30 p.m. on the 147, 442, 250 megahertz repeaters, and on Thursday night on 450 megahertz. One item I didn't remember to announce that there's a Santa net that's been meeting for the last couple of weeks on 3916 kilohertz, so you might want to listen for that on the HF band. With that, we're going to turn the repeater back to John Ambershuse. Everybody have a good week and try to stay healthy. Aye. This is Whiskey 3 Oscar Charlie, also known as W3ON. Good night.
Right, Dad, that's us. Come on.
Copy, Kilo, Bravo 3, Oscar, X-ray Hotel, Bill, Hancock, copy, good evening, Chuck. Good evening, everybody on the net. As further comments.
Kilo 3, Delta, Papa, no traffic.
W3OC. Here's Kilo, Bravo 3, Victor, Sierra, Papa, down out here in Beaver County. Good evening, Chuck. Good evening to the net.
W3OC. W3OC, please recognize Whiskey America 3, Alpha Hotel Charlie, Antonio Sarni, Pittsburgh. Good evening to Chuck and those on the net. No traffic.
W3OC.
No, you have to wait till it's your turn.
W3OC.
Go.
This is Kilo Charlie 3, Echo, Yankee, Echo. Hugo in Pittsburgh. Good evening, Chuck, and everyone on the net. I have no traffic.
Okay, I'm not sure if they got you, but we'll find out.
3OC. Number 3 Tango Alpha Uniform. N3 TAU Norman Penn, West Moines County. Good evening, Chuck. Hope you're feeling better.
Chuck will say you're...
W3OC.
Wait, but if he doesn't, then you have to try again.
Kilo 3 Uniform India Papa CJ, Westmoreland County.
Papa.
Well, just wait.
Okay, thank you. It's W3OC. I had fun chat time. Thank you. I got Kilo 3 Delta Papa, Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-ray Hotel, Kilo Bravo 3 Yankee Golf Lima, Kilo Bravo 3 Victor Sierra Papa, Whiskey America 3 Alpha Hotel Charlie,
That's me.
Kilo Charlie 3 Echo Yankee Echo.
Yeah, we got you.
November 3 Zulu Charlie Hotel, November 3 Tango Alpha Uniform, and Kilo 3 Uniform is Italy Papa. Thank you. Anybody else? Mobile, portable, right there.